Congratulations, you're selling your house. This is the process if you're a seller. I'm Rolo from Rolo Law, and here we practice real estate law. And I'm going to go over the process for selling your property. Your first step in the journey is going to be selecting an offer. Once you selected an offer, you then need to select a lawyer. Please talk to your real estate agent and make sure they give you a good referral. If you want to utilize an office such as ours, you have to give our information to your realtor. They put it on a purchase offer, they send it over to our office. After that, we prepare a contract on your behalf. Once contracts are ready, they're going to be sent out to the buyer's attorney. Getting the buyer under contract can take a couple days to a week. In the process, the buyer signs first. After the buyer signs the contract, they're going to give us a deposit. That's the point in time where we're going to reach out to you to have you sign. Contracts are going to be sent to you electronically, or you could sign them in person in our office if you'd like to. We hold on to the deposit as an escrow agent. So the contract that you're going to sign has basic protections for the seller. First thing is the contract is going to specify, in most cases, that the property is going to be sold as is. Now, what as is means is it's being sold in its current physical condition as of the day of your home inspection, unless you agree to make certain repairs for the buyer. Many contracts are going to have what's called a mortgage contingency. Unless you have a cash buyer, most buyers are going to get a mortgage. Most mortgage contingencies state that the buyer has a certain amount of time to get a mortgage. If they can't get a mortgage within that period of time, then the buyer has the right to get out of the contract. One giant word of caution: if you're selling your property but you expect to buy in another state, be careful. In certain other states, deposits are non-refundable. So if you're putting down a deposit in the state of Florida and you don't close in a period of 30 days, you can lose your deposit. So after contracts are signed, you're generally not going to hear from your lawyer for a number of weeks, because then we're doing title searches. The buyer's going to investigate the property to make sure that you actually own it. And not only do you own it, but you own it free and clear of liens and judgments. These searches take about 2 or 3 weeks, so you're probably not going to hear from us during that time. And generally, you're not going to hear from us unless there is a problem. So no news is always good news. Simultaneously with this, we're also doing what's called municipal or violation searches. A municipal violation is a permit issue. If you've done something illegally with the property, or you didn't get a permit for work you did in the past. These searches are different. These take generally anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, depending on what town this property's in. If there are municipal issues, we'll reach out to you right away. We'll let you know what they are. Generally, towns will only speak to the homeowner. You must contact the town to resolve these issues, schedule appointments for the town to come in, close out open permits. A lot of sellers ask us, what can we do to help speed up the process? And well, there's a couple things you can do. First is locate all of your mortgage holders, mortgage banks that you guys have mortgages with. Create a list for us. When it's getting time to close, we're going to ask you to order a mortgage payoff. And that's a final statement on how much you owe on your mortgage. So having the phone number for your bank readily available is very helpful. Once it's time to close, we will ask you to contact your bank to order a final mortgage payoff statement. If you have natural gas, you don't have to order a final oil reading. But if you have oil or propane, you're going to have to order a final fuel reading. So before the closing, a week before, you're going to want to contact your oil or propane company, order a final reading. This way we can get you reimbursed at closing for whatever fuel you're leaving behind at the house. If you live in a condo or homeowners association that have common charges or fees, we are going to need the contact information for your condo. We're going to have to order a final closing package. We're going to have to find out what common fees are owed. There generally is a fee associated with that. We will front that for you to speed up the process. A lot of people ask us, what are our obligations on the day of the closing? You got a couple. First, unless otherwise agreed, you agree to leave the property vacant. A lot of people mistakenly believe that after the closing, they have a couple of weeks to live in the house. That is not the case. Unless you specifically agree to a post-closing occupancy period, the house has to be vacant. The second thing is you have to make sure day of the closing that the property is broom swept clean, free of junk and debris. All personal belongings are gone. I know how stressful it is moving out of a house. And towards the end of the process, you're going to get tired. You're going to want to start justifying leaving some things behind. I promise you, the buyer's not going to want any of that stuff left behind. If you leave behind your personal belongings, they're going to seek a credit at closing. They're going to want money for it. So save yourself the money and aggravation and make sure all your personal belongings are gone. Please do not turn off the electric and water of the house. A lot of people try to turn off power service. Can't do that. The buyer has to test the appliances, the electrical systems, and the plumbing systems. They can't do that if the water and electric's off. So please keep on all the electric and water on the house until the closing date. Again, you promised to sell the house as is, meaning its current condition as of the day of the home inspection. If there was any new damage to the property between that date and the closing date, you're responsible. So sometimes buyers will look for credits if there are any type of damages to the house that look new. So the closings happen. What do you do after the closing? You have a couple things. First, you want to cancel any homeowner's insurance you have on the property. Homeowner insurance is paid up front for the entire year. If you're selling the property midway through your insurance year, you should get reimbursed for half of that insurance. So contact your insurance company right away so they could issue a refund check. Second thing you're going to want to do is contact your bank if you have a mortgage and let them know what your forwarding address is, because chances are your bank's going to be having some money left over from your tax escrow. You want to have the correct address to them so they can send you money after the closing. Paying your utility bills is separate. That's something you have to take care of on your own after the closing. Your final water bill will be paid at the closing unless you have well and septic. This entire closing process will go anywhere from 30 days to 60 days if everything's going smooth. If this is a cash deal and all searches are ordered right away, it could close in as quickly as 30 days. If the buyer's getting a mortgage, it could take up to 45 or 60 days. So the process generally varies anywhere from 30 days to 60 days. So we know it's a lot, but that's selling your house in a nutshell in New York. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to our office. We're here to answer any questions or problems you may have.